Hello everyone and welcome back to Extreme Gaming Fever, and guys, welcome back to another very exciting gameplay of Farming Simulator 23. In this video I'm going to give you a sneak peek of Forestry in Farming Simulator 23. Now before we proceed in this video, please do note that this is not a complete or full version or the final version of this game. This is the game is still in beta or under development, and I have this early access version of this game, so it is a preview version, not the final game. So with that being said, let's proceed in this video. So this is the gear that you will need. So first of all, we have this Ponce Cobra harvester. It's very similar, and most of you are already familiar with this harvester because we had this harvester in Farming Simulator 18, and this is how the interior of this harvester is going to look like. I guess this is the first time we are seeing the interior of a forestry harvester in mobile Farming Simulator games. So yeah, this is how the interior of this harvester is going to look like. So no steering wheel, and this is the Rotne sorry, and this is the Rotne F20D log picker, and you can use this to pick up the logs. This is how it's going to look like. So it is a very interesting machine, and that blue color is really unique. This is how the interior of this vehicle is going to look like. You can see there's still no steering wheel even in this vehicle as well. So you can see how the interior and the back view of this machine is going to look like. You can see it's very spacious and gives you a lot of visibility. So again, no steering wheel. So let's move these vehicles. So guys, both of these vehicles are very slow. This harvester goes to 20 kilometers per hour, and the Rotne log picker that goes to 21 kilometers per hour. So both are very slow, so you probably need a low loader to transport these vehicles from A point to B point. Otherwise you have to have some patience. So let's first pick up this tree and see how the harvesting goes. Alright, congratulations, you have felled your first tree. When you remove the stump, a new tree will be planted on the same spot. So this is a message that you will get, and you will also unlock an achievement, I am stumped. So yep, there you go. So this is how this forestry machine will work in Farming Simulator 23. So again, as I mentioned earlier, this game is still under development, and this may not be the final product. And you see there are no animations of this harvester chopping down trees, but maybe Giant Software will add that animation in future updates. So currently this game is under development, so I cannot say if it's going to be the same for the final version as well. So yeah, I'm just harvesting this tree, or chopping down this tree. So how many logs you get from a tree depends on the length or height of the tree. So this is a small tree. Let's try to cut this small tree and see how many logs we get. And the width of the log is the same no matter how thin or thick the tree is. So you can see we got one log from this small tiny tree. So in case you are wondering, yes, you cannot cut down or chop these kind of trees. So these are not suitable. So there are of course going to be some limitations on what kind of trees you can chop and what kind of trees you cannot chop in Farming Simulator 23. So now let's pick up these logs, and we are going to use this Rotne F20D log picker. So this also has a similar operations that we have already seen in Farming Simulator 18. So nothing crazy here. You just need to press one button and it will detect and pick up logs for you. So sometimes it struggles, but again, this is not the final game, so this can be greatly improved. So now let's try to pick these 3 logs and see how it goes. So the good thing is that you just need to press the button once, and then it will keep on recognizing the logs on the ground and keep on picking these logs up and loading it in this back trailer type thing that we have connected at the back of this trailer for this vehicle. So yeah, you can see I have just picked that button, pressed that button once, and now it's recognizing that there are logs on the ground and it's picking them up automatically. I don't have to do anything. Sometimes it of course do not recognize that there are logs on the ground, so you have to drive it a little bit forward or backward, and then it will recognize that there are logs on the ground, and then it will eventually pick them up. So like this, as you can see, I am currently driving it back and forth, and it sometimes recognizes and sometimes, of course. So these are all the problems that may be fixed in the final version of this game. So since I have already mentioned this is not the final version, so I cannot say that this is how the game is going to look like. So now let's pick up some more logs over here, and guys, these are some of the last logs that we are going to pick up, and then we will move on to the next stage, and that is using the tree stump remover, or the and that particular tool, the stump remover, you can use that on any tractor that you have, so it does not require a lot of horsepower. You can use the stump remover even if you have a very small tractor, so not necessarily you need a heavy tractor with lot of horsepower. So this is the final log that we are going to pick up, where you can see when it recognizes there are logs on the ground, it works flawlessly. But yeah, you make sure that it recognize that there are logs on the ground, then it will work perfectly fine. So I accidentally drove on this stump. That's really insane. So yeah, let's go and park this vehicle on this road so that we can remove this stump easily without any problem. I will park it right about here. So now let's get into the tractor and start removing these stumps. So you can see I have already connected this stump remover on my Massey Ferguson tractor, and now let's see how the stump removing is going to look like in Farming Simulator 23. So first of all, let's head towards this stump and try to remove it. So removing stump is very necessary if you want these trees to grow back. Otherwise, if you will not remove these stumps, the trees will not grow again. So it is really necessary that you remove these stumps. So yeah, it's working fine. Sometimes it says no stump in range, so you have to drive your tractor backward or forward and adjust the position of this stump remover accordingly. Sometimes your tractor may be on a altitude and it cannot reach the lower side, like this. In this case, you can see the tractor is quite high and the stump is quite low, so obviously the stump remover cannot reach to the stump, and so you have, in this case, you have to drive your tractor and make sure that the stump remover and stump are in the stump. Basically, you have to make sure that the stump is in the range. So yeah, sometimes even giving this error, but it still removes the stump. So again, it may be because the game is still under development. I'm just giving you a sneak peek, guys, so that a lot of you were requesting me to make gameplay about Forestry, so I'm just doing it. Alright, so now we have removed all the stumps here, and now we can finally proceed in this video and try to sell this wood. So this is not a lot of wood here, it's only 2 to 3 trees. So let's check out the price of the wood here, and I will also show you the fluctuations in the wood prices. So here you can see this is how the fluctuation of wood price is. So it can go up to 3000. So now we are finally moving towards the sawmill, and here we will sell these logs. So I'm not expecting a lot of profit here because wood usually sells for very cheap, and we got $869. So not a very good value considering how much you spend on your gear. But yes, there is another option, and that is production. So we can unload this wood at carpentry and start producing furniture. So in the next video I will be covering production, so make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye bye.